7 ways to leave your comfort zone. Hi, Kim here, chartered psychologist and cognitive behavioral psychotherapist, and I'm here to help you with all your issues regarding anxiety, assertiveness, and any other mental health issues. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about 7 ways you can leave your comfort zone, because if you do suffer from anxiety, the chances are your comfort zone has become quite narrow, because that's where you feel safe. You don't feel anxious in your comfort zone. And in order to start challenging your levels of anxiety, we need to start moving out. Because remember, change doesn't happen in your comfort zone. It will only happen outside of it, and that can be really scary. So I'm going to give you 7 tips of things which you can do which are not sort of, mad or wild, but these will actually start challenging you and helping you to get those toes, I'm not saying a whole leg even to begin with, outside of your comfort zone. So number 1, change your routine. We do tend to get stuck in our routines in the morning. It's almost we do things mindlessly. We're not mindful of what we're doing. We just do it automatically day in, day out. So change your routine. And this can be anything. It can be if you watch TV in the morning, turn the television off and put the radio on, put some music on. It will kind of give you a different mood. Go a different way to work. Take a different bus. Take a different route. Do something different. Eat lunch in a different place. Challenge yourself to go out for a walk at lunchtime. Do anything different, something different outside of your routine. And it might even be helpful to make a note of your routine, because sometimes, like I said, it's just mindless and we don't even recognize what we're doing. And think about which things you can start to change. Only has to be small to begin with, and you can kind of build on that. Number 2, do something new. This can be anything. Could be take a salsa class, tap dancing. I don't know, I've got dancing on the mind, but that's probably what I would do. I would take a dance class because I always loved dancing. So maybe I would do that. Or it can be anything. Take a painting class, go to see a different genre of movie. If you've always gone to see action films, go and see a rom-com, go and see a sci-fi, go and see something different. Just challenge yourself, move out of that comfort zone, do something new, something different that you haven't done before. Number 3, physical activity, and this is worth its weight in gold. Physical activity can really help with your mental health, and this could just be something simple as going for a half an hour walk. You could do this on the way to work. That could kind of incorporate into changing your routine, where if you normally take the bus, leave a little bit earlier and walk. Half an hour's walk is so good for your mental health and physical health. Go out at lunchtime, take a walk at lunchtime. The amount of people I used to see, especially when I worked in the City of London, who didn't even go out of the building for lunch. They got no fresh air all day. This is not good for your mental health. So do some physical activity, and it will help to change your mental health and your mental activity. Number 4, try a new food or drink. Now, you can do this in many different ways. You could decide you're going to cook something different yourself, so go and get the ingredients. You could buy something ready-made from a store. You could really challenge yourself and go to a restaurant by yourself and try something on the menu you've never, ever had before. This just kind of shakes things up. You're mindfully thinking about what it is you're doing. It's not the mindless ordering of things that you feel comfortable eating. I'm not saying if you sort of have an aversion to offal to go and order that, but there are other things which you could easily order which you've never tried before, and just see how it feels. Number 5, this is going to be a strange one to many people, but spend a whole day just saying yes to everything. If somebody says, do you want to come to the cinema tomorrow? Yes. Do you want to go for lunch? Yes. Instead of hesitating, saying no, and staying within our comfort zone. So think about that. How can I just, you can spend a whole day, or it can even be a week. You can challenge yourself to agree to things to do with other people. Obviously, if it's somebody's asking you to do a major project at work and you actually don't have any time for it, then of course you have to think about that. But I'm talking about just sort of like personal things. Anybody asks you to do something, say yes. Do you want to go to the climbing wall? Yes. I've never been before, but go, challenge yourself. Go and do something new. Say yes to it. Number 6, do something creative. Now, this can be taking a painting course, can be colouring, can be just doing anything, getting some paint and doing it yourself. I remember when I finished my degree, my friend and I, we'd said we were going to go and do this when we'd finished in this. It was in the summer. Oh, sorry, frog in my throat. And so we got some acrylic paints, and we got a piece of whiteboard. It was quite cheap from one of those shops like the Works or something. And we spent 2 days in her garden and we painted. My painting was awful, absolutely awful. But I had such a good time doing it. It was very calming, and I actually thoroughly enjoyed the activity rather than the finished product. Needless to say, it does not hang on my wall today, but that's not the point. The point is to do something creative. Paint a piece of furniture, buy yourself a colouring book, anything, knit, crochet, just anything creative. It kind of taps into a different part of the brain. And number 7, speak to someone you've never spoken to before. Now, we quite often just kind of sit in our own world, especially those of us who live in London. You're kind of in your own bubble and you're not really looking at other people. But challenge yourself to speak to someone new that you've never spoken to before. It could be the person who opens the door for you in a supermarket or takes your money. Even walking around the park, smile and say good morning to someone. Ask them how they are. Beautiful day, isn't it? Oh, what a lovely dog. Anything. And the added bonus to that is that it actually helps the other person as well. They feel good because you've taken the time, and it really does make you feel good as well. So that has a win-win situation for both you and the other person. And it can be quite challenging to actually do that if you're not used to doing it, or if you're feeling quite socially anxious. You just kind of want to stay within your own little bubble and comfort zone. So there we are, 7 ways to challenge your comfort zone, to start to move out of it, to start facing some of those anxieties that we have. Doesn't have to be big, each one is small, but each thing that you do will give you incredible confidence. So if you like that video, please subscribe, ring the bell, check out my other videos on this. I've got some more on the comfort zone, plus others on reducing anxiety. And check out my website, links in the description below, where I have a free How to Be More Assertive starter kit, so that you can actually start looking at your communication styles, seeing how assertive you are, and actually planning to do something to increase your assertiveness, because the more assertive you are, the less anxious you're going to be. So thanks for listening, and I'll see you in the next video.